Alter Ego was kind enough to gift me all of these beautiful goodies here. I have 3 palettes, but I'm going to choose one. I'm going to do a nice eye look with. So if you're interested, let's get started. So Alter Ego is a company that creates makeup at a very affordable price. And the makeup that they create, especially in the eyeshadow palettes, is very similar to the high-end palettes. And I will give you an example on the 3 palettes that I have, and I'm comparing them to the actually very high-end palettes. If you're interested in any of these products, I'm going to link everything down below, including the additional products I'm going to use on my face, which are mostly the newest products I have in my collection. And the code that Alter Ego gave me is Ilinka10 to save 10% off. Now, this is the palette I'm going to use today, and it's called the Midsummer Alter Ego palette. This is the packaging, and this is what the palette looks like, very similar to the packaging. And this is $17. Now, doesn't this remind you of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette, which retails for $72? So you can see the shades are very similar. I don't own the Anastasia Beverly Hills new palette, but I'm so happy I have this because this is exactly like the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I love this shades. Now, I'm going to do an eye look with this, but let me show you what else they sent me. I'm just going to show you the packaging. I'm going to show you the actual palette. They've sent me the ARTEMIS Alter Ego palette, and look at this. This retails for $20, and it's very similar to the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, which is $170. I actually own that palette, and I want to show you the similarities in these palettes. So here is the Natasha Denona, and here is the Alter Ego. So you can see how similar they actually are in shades, like everything. It's so beautiful. This looks like such a nice palette, and I'm excited to have it because I might keep it for myself, or I might give it to my daughter to use. And also, I have the Coastal Alter Ego palette, and this one is so pretty. Actually, my daughter really likes this one. She wants this one. Now, this retails for $20, and it is very similar to the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette, which retails for $90. I don't own that palette, but this is totally Huda Beauty vibes. You can see that it has this nice jelly consistency with those bubbles inside. Beautiful shimmers in here. I actually really love this palette. Okay, so they also provided me with a eye primer and lipstick, but when we get to that point, I will show it to you. So let's get started. So I'm gonna prime my face with the Saie Beauty. This is the Glowy Super Gel in the shade Starglow. I love this primer so much. And all I have on my face is my sunscreen, my actual skincare routine for the morning, and my brows are also done. So if you're interested in what I'm wearing on my brows, I have the Refi Brow Gel and the Glossier Brow Flick in the shade Brown. Okay, so I want to say a huge thank you to Alter Ego for providing me this beautiful goodies. I thought I was just gonna get the Midsummer palette, but they were kind enough to add a couple more palettes. I've also got some lashes from them, and the lashes that they sent me are in the shade Flare. Now this, I'm afraid to wear lashes, but my daughter is not, and she's really excited to use them. I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. This is in the shade 1 and 2 Vanille. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 101 brush. This is definitely a very weightless foundation. So I'm just gonna spread it with the actual brush, and then I'm gonna go in with my sponge. And I have a dampened sponge here. This is by Morphe. So for my concealer, I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty Eye Brightener, and this is in the shade Light. I have been loving this eye brightener. It actually works so nice underneath the eye, and I like to just add it here just for the brightening effect. I don't really need much coverage. I have been loving to apply this eye brightener with a BK Beauty 110 brush, this type of bigger, medium size, fluffier brushes. It just gets the job done. Okay, so let's move on to my Westman Atelier contour stick. Just bronze up the face a bit. Oh, this is such a beautiful product. So I'm going to use my BK Beauty 109 brush. And for my blush, I don't know if this video will go after or before, but I picked up the new Dior Rosy Glow blush. This is in the shade Rosewood, and it's such a beautiful brick shade. And for this, I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario F2 brush, which is the bigger side of the brush. And this blush is quite intense. Just work it slowly into the skin. Dab a little bit into the product and then apply it to your cheek. Look at that nice glow. I don't know, this product is magical. It's quite expensive. I think it's $55 Canadian, but it's just the formula. It's so different and amazing. I don't think any blush is worth $55, but it's Dior, so formula is great, and you actually pay for the name, I think. Let's move on to the eyes now. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and start on the eyes. So I'm going to prime my eyes with the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. Now this is on sale right now for $4 from $6. And I think this is all US money. So let's prime the eyes. It gives me the same vibes as my NARS one and my Anastasia Beverly. No, my Urban Decay one. So we'll see how it works. I'm going to use my finger and push the product in. I always find eyeshadow primers to be very oily. They feel oily when you first apply them. And if you have oily eyelids, I don't know. I'm always skeptical of this, but they actually do work. It makes the eyeshadow really stick to your eyes. Today we're going to play with the Midsummer Alter Ego palette. It's so beautiful, very summery looking, and the shades in here are just so pretty. So you have a bunch of nudes, matte nudes, a nice light color that I'm going to set my eyes with. I believe I'm going to put that all over my eyelids. And we have some nice mossy green in here, a pop of purple. I think I'm getting an idea right now as I look at it what I'm gonna create. So let's get into this palette. So I'm gonna go with a BH Cosmetics number 8 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Vanilla. Oh, these are so pretty. I don't know, you guys want some swatches? Let me swatch a couple of the shades for you so you guys can see them. Wow, they're so buttery. I'll do all of those shimmers because those are the fun ones. Okay, so they are extremely great quality. Look at those nice shimmer. They are buttery. There's no fallout. There's no crumbling. This is like a duochrome. It's a very nice teal and brown. I love this green. They're just also very soft and beautiful. I am loving this. Okay, so let's start playing with them. So those were all of the shimmers in this palette. I'm going to keep it like this so you guys can see, including this dark one. Okay, so let's get into Vanilla, which is this light matte shade. And I'm just going to set the eyes with that nice vanilla shade. So instead of using a powder, I'm just going to use that shade all over the eye. I'm so excited I have this palette in my collection because when I saw that Anastasia Beverly Hills and the pricing is very expensive, I'm glad I have all the shades. So now I'm going to go in with Tuscan and use that as my transition shade. So you can see how nice it picks up. And I'm just going to put it right above the crease. It blends very smoothly. I don't see any patchiness. It feels, the formula feels very lightweight, so there's not that yucky, heavy, powdery feeling. I hate those type of shades when it picks up so much product and the product feels very heavy on the eyelid and very powdery. This feels very nice. That looks pretty. Let's go into Solstice. I think it's this one right here. And use that into the crease area. So I'm going to go with a BK Beauty 202 brush and create this nice dark crease here. So I just go into the crease and then I'm going to lift it upwards. Very nice and pigmented. The color is true to what it's inside the pan. So it's not like one of those shades that they look brown and when you apply it, it looks pink or red. So I'm going to go into my first brush now and just try to blend these shades into each other. I can go back into that first shade and just intensify it up here. Okay, so let's get into that nice green shade. I just love this type of greens. This is in the shade Meadow, and it's this nice mossy green. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to use a BK Beauty 203 brush. I'm just going to add this in the outer corner here. It's very subtle and nice. Very beautiful color. Again, very soft, easy to work with. I don't see any patchiness with this being more of a darker shade. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to go into the BK Beauty 202 and just blend it a bit. Such a beautiful shade. Look at that nice mossy green. Okay, so for, I don't know, I want to use so many shades in here. I think I'm going to go in the middle with Poland. Yeah, I'm going to use this shade right here, which is called Poland. Use my finger. It's a gorgeous green. And put this in the middle. Connect it to that green. So again, it's very gentle. There's no fallout. It's so pretty. It has like a nice yellow shift. It's not very, very intense. It's more intense when you apply it to the actual eyelid. But look, it's just very nice and subtle. Like it's enough. You don't want more than this. So you can build it up. As you can see, I've intensified the color. And now I really want to use the shade Dew right here. And again, use my finger and add this in the inner corner just to lighten up this area a bit. This I have to use a brush because I can never get into that corner right there. That looks very pretty. And now what I want to use, I'm really excited about this. I want to use this lavender. So it actually, the name of it is lavender as well. And put that on the bottom lash line. And this is the BK Beauty 204 brush. Let's see how this is going to look. It's a beautiful lavender. Just want to use it. I think I'm going to switch my brush. I'm going to switch it to a BK Beauty 207. It's not as intense, but it's beautiful. It's very hard to see on camera actually. So it just gives it a very nice hint of purple. I think greens and purples complement the hazel eyes very good. So just adding this maybe in the outer corner here with the green just makes the eye pop a little bit better. So I'm going to intensify the outer corner only here. It's a very nice subtle lavender purple. Okay, so let's go into that first brush and make sure that everything, there's no sharp lines here, especially with the darker shade. Make sure that everything is smooth. Oh, that's so pretty. What do you guys think? I really like it. I like how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly get off camera. I'm gonna apply my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in the shade Black. And I will be right back and show you the lip gloss I have, or lipstick from Alter Ego. Okay, so here is a close-up of the eye look. I think that it's so pretty. I love this palette. Look how beautiful the shades look together. There's absolutely no patchiness. There's no fallout. And the only thing is that this purple is not as intense, but it's very subtle and very pastel-like. So keep that in mind. Still a very pretty color. Just don't expect a very intense shade out of it. But I love the subtle purple underneath the eye. You can always add a purple liner as well, but I just wanted to leave it with just this palette. It's very pretty. Now let's move on to lips. Oh, and by the way, I did not use any of the Alter Ego lashes, only because I freak out to add anything around my eyes other than mascara and eyeshadow and eyeliner. I cannot use any lashes or any of those lash curlers. I never use those. I just am too scared. Now let's move on to the lips. Okay, so for the lips, I have the Alter Ego lipstick in the shade. This is a matte liquid lipstick in the shade Infamous. Yeah, Infamous. It's a very nice dark burgundy shade. So I thought I should pair it with the Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner in the shade I Am Shook It, which is this color. I thought that maybe they will go good together, but let's see. So let's line the lips first. This lip liner actually transfers more purple pink. Okay, so let's move on to this lipstick. I will show you the doe foot applicator. It's very pretty, just a regular doe foot applicator. Love the color. Yeah, so this is our brown. Definitely a matte consistency. The actual doe foot applicator is a little bit more harder, so it's not very soft and bendy, but I like that because you can actually use this as a lip liner. So it's perfect enough to use as a lip liner, see? And it dries very matte and it has not transferred one bit on the lips, not one bit. This is so pretty. I actually love this color on me. It looks really nice. I hope you guys like it too. So yeah, I'm actually excited about this. So let me give you final thoughts here on the new products. Okay, so starting with the palette, because this is like the main character in today's video. The Midsummer Alter Ego palette is just a beautiful palette. So you don't need to go buy the Anastasia Beverly Hills. The price difference, I've already said in the beginning, it's quite big. So you can get this one and you get the exact same look. The quality is beautiful. It's just exactly like the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, I have not tried that, so I can't speak on the quality on the ABH palette, but I have a lot of ABH palettes and they are all beautiful. They perform nice. Exactly same formula as this, very lightweight. You don't have to dip your brush into the shadow too much. There is powder that's gonna come out of the shadow just like the ABH one. However, there's no fallout. A little bit goes a long way. You just touch the shadow and apply to the eye. It blends beautifully with no fallout and with no patchiness at all, including the dark shades that I've tried. I've not tried this, but I've swatched this too, and they swatch with no fallout and with no crumbling at all. And yeah, I really love this palette. I have not tried the other palettes, but I'm assuming it's the same formula and they're so beautiful. I just love all three palettes and the color story. And you can get this palette at a very affordable price, so you don't have to go ahead and spend on Natasha, Denona, Huda Beauty, and ABH. Now, speaking on the Alter Ego eyeshadow base, I think that this performs as good as the NARS one. Like, I can compare it to this one. My eyelids feel the same when I apply this one and when I apply this one. It's the same. There's the powder that we put on top, it was not patchy. It didn't cling in a way that it just gets stuck into one space. It actually blended beautifully, and I'm actually happy I have this. It works really nice, and all the shades blended without just sticking to one spot. I was able to blend everything nicely, and this, I didn't think I would love this as much as I do, but probably this is one of my favorite products. I think it does transfer, so it's not transfer proof. However, it does not transfer to the teeth, and that's the main thing. And I really love the shade. The feeling on the lips, it feels like you don't have lipstick. It doesn't dry up your lips. It doesn't feel crusty. And let me zoom you in, and you guys can see how the lips look up close. So you don't see any crustiness at all, any dryness of the lips. If you don't like a matte lipstick, you can use this and add a lip oil on top. So, but I really like how this matte lip looks, so I'm just gonna leave it matte for now, but I really love this. You don't even need a lip liner to apply this with. The doe food applicator is quite hard, but also not irritating hard. It's perfect, so you can create a nice lip liner as well, so definitely recommend it. These are all beautiful products, so I want to thank Alter Ego for sending this to me, and you guys saw for yourself how everything performs in the video, so you can create your own thoughts on this as well. And thank you again to Alter Ego for providing me all these goodies and beautiful palettes. And also, do not forget that I do have a code for you guys. It's Ilinka10 for 10% off. And if you use that code, I believe I get a small commission, which obviously goes towards my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate if you do shop through my links. It would help me out so much. And yeah, that's it for me for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. I really love how the look turned out. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm ready to face my fears. I'm ready to taste the wind.